Hi everyone, this is Dr. Ernesto from AttaBoyCowBoy, and today I'm recording here in Great Basin Bristlecone National Park, and it's one of my favorite places in the world. It's about an hour out of Big Pine on your way to Mammoth Lakes, California. These are the longest living creatures or animals in the world. They're over 4,700 years old, and this made me think about longevity for humans. So one thing I share with humans, my patients, is they tell me, Doc, what do I do after I eat a big meal? Like, let's say I eat a piece of pizza. Pizza is like 700 calories, for example. It's a lot. So one thing you could do is if after you eat a big meal, say you have a hamburger or pizza or anything, and if you eat something healthy, you're going to want to lay down. You get tired. That's because basically all the blood in your body goes, not all of it, but most of it starts going towards your stomach. And that obviously decreases the blood flow to the rest of your body, so you're gonna feel less energetic if you don't have oxygen, right? So you're gonna wanna lay down. That's actually the worst thing you could do. If you lay down, then you're gonna store the glucose or whatever you ate into fat in your stomach. Remember, everything you eat, whether it's a piece of pizza or a piece of lettuce, it has to get converted by your body into glucose. And that's the only way your body can actually use it to make ATP, which is what your body actually uses for energy. So everything gets converted to glucose, whether it's, again, lettuce or a piece of chicken. So after a big meal, the best thing you could do to prevent that is go for a walk for about 10 to 15 minutes. If you walk for about 10, 15 minutes, you're not gonna burn 700 calories a piece of pizza you ate. That's not gonna happen. That's gonna take like a lot more work than that, probably a whole day. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna help partition the fuel better. So basically, because you're moving, your muscles are moving, they're pumping, your body, instead of getting that glucose, that sugar from the donut or the lettuce or pizza, whatever you ate, and sending it to your stomach, it's gonna send it to your muscles for fuel. That's what you want. That's called fuel partitioning. It kind of sends it to the muscles. The muscles will absorb a lot of it because your muscles don't know if you're going to work for an hour or for 10 minutes. So it kind of stores it there so you can use it. And it uses some of it as you're exercising, as you're walking. So the best thing you do to help yourself live longer is not weigh a lot. One thing I learned here from these bristlecones is a scientist named Dr. Schulman. This is actually Dr. Schulman's grove. It's famous. This is the south slope here of Great Basin Bristlecone National Park, and these trees are the oldest. These are over 4,700 years old, these trees, okay? Dr. Schulman had went to Sequoia, where we have the largest trees in the world. If you've ever been there, it's also here in California. Those are the largest living things in the world. They're amazing. They're like 40 stories high, bigger than the Statue of Liberty, bigger than the Eiffel Tower, etc. They're just huge. And one would think naturally is, well, the bigger the better, the bigger the older probably. But actually what Dr. Schulman found is that these small gnarly trees, this thing's not very tall. Maybe it goes up to 2 stories, which is not very high. And most of it's dead. These small, half-dead trees are actually more resilient. They live longer. Like I said, they're over 4,700 years old. The sequoias are 3,000 years old, which is also amazing. But these things have thrived because the older they've gotten, the more dense their wood gets. So that helps them become even more resistant to insects, disease, drought, fires, etc. Allows them to live longer. So if you go down this path, it's about 14 miles, you'll get to the University of California Research Station where they're doing longevity studies. They're trying to figure out what correlations are between these trees or what we can learn from them and to help us humans live longer. And one of the things they found is that eating less, being smaller, you're gonna live longer. So if you're a bodybuilder and you're lifting all these weights and everything, it's good for your body, very good. But you don't wanna be huge. You don't wanna start taking steroids and overeating food just so you can gain weight. That is more work for your body, more work for your heart, for everything. So you're just gonna get older and you're gonna die faster. So people that tend to be shorter and thinner live longer. Now I'm 6'2", I can't do anything about that. Almost 6'2". I'm tall and I weigh about 200 pounds. I could slim down some. I could probably lose about a good 10 pounds. That would be good. So that's the lesson we learn from them is try to stay lean and mean and try not to eat as many meals. That also relates back to this intermittent fasting that we do. 8-hour eating windows or 4-hour eating windows. That's another thing we learned is these trees don't have water all year long. So they don't drink a lot of water. So it's almost like they eat very little and they live much longer. That's what we learned from them. That's probably helped formulate a lot of these theories on intermittent fasting. It's based on research we've done here on these trees here in Bristlecone. So I just want to share this amazing, amazing place. One of God's gifts to humanity. It's one of the only places in the world you'll see this. It's very small. It's off the beaten path. There aren't very many people here. And it's just a really small sign on your way to Mammoth. Everybody's going over to ski, but most people skip this place. But it really is truly amazing. So from Bristlecone National Park, National Forest, this is Dr. Ernesto. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.